was doing okay in the way you do. When you keep it moving so nothing gets through. I knew how to smile and change the subject fast. How to hold my breath so long it felt like rest. Then you walked in, no spark, no scene, just a little quiet where I've been loud inside. You didn't ask for more, you didn't lean too hard, you just stayed near me like it wasn't a risk. You came right on time, not when I was ready, when I was worn out from holding steady. You didn't fix me, you didn't try, you just met my eyes and didn't look aside. And something in me let go that night. Yeah, you came right on time. Now it's smaller things that bring me back. Your jacket on a chair, a key on the mat, coffee in the sink, 2 cups, not one the kind of ordinary I used to run from. I'm learning how to stay when my head gets heavy, how to tell the truth without turning it into a tragedy. Yeah, you came right on time, not when I was ready, when I was worn out from holding steady. You didn't fix me, you didn't try, you just met my eyes and didn't look aside. And something in me let go that night. Yeah, you came right on time. I don't call it fate, I don't need the frame, I just know your presence changed the pressure in my chest. I used to think love had to shake the ground, but you're more like breathing when I'm breaking down. You came right on time, not when I was ready, when I was worn out from holding steady. You didn't fix me, you didn't try, you just held the moment till I softened inside. Now I'm here, I'm open in your light. Yeah, you came right on time. So if you stay, I'll stay too. No grand turn, just true. I'm writing this in low light, when the city finally slows, just me and the hum of the fridge and thoughts I never chose. If you're reading this someday, with my hand in your hand, I hope we kept it simple, I hope we learned to stand. Not as perfect people, just honest, not afraid. I'm leaving these words here in case we lose our way. To the you in the days ahead, if life gets hard on us, hold me like you mean it, with without making it a fuss. Let our love be quiet, let it be real and true. If everything changes, I want it to be with you. Maybe we'll have different rooms, different keys, different views. Maybe we'll laugh at who we were back when we had something to prove. If I get distant, tired, if my pride gets in the way, remind me how your eyes looked on the first soft date. And if you start to doubt what you are to me, read this like a doorway, come back and breathe. To the you in the days ahead. If life gets hard on us, hold me like you mean it, without making it a fuss. Oh, let our love be quiet, let it be real and true. If everything changes, I want it to be with you. I don't want a highlight reel, I don't want a perfect name. I want mornings, I want patience, I want us the same. So if we're worn and quiet, if the spark feels far from sight, let's choose the smallest kindness and call that love tonight. To the you in the days ahead. If life gets heavy, love, meet me in the simple things that always are enough. Let our love be steady, let it carry us through. If the world keeps changing, I'll keep choosing you. If you're here, if I'm here, then we made it in the gentlest way. I've been good at hiding it, making it sound like laughs, turning real feelings into jokes, so I don't confess. I've been the type to leave early before it gets too close. Like if I keep moving, nothing can hurt the most. But you're standing right here, and I'm out of excuses now. My heart is beating louder than I know how. So here's the first honest thing, I don't want this alone. I want your name in my mornings, I want a place that feels like home. I don't have a smooth way to say what I mean, but I want you, not the idea, the real, the in-between. If you're asking what I'm sure of, it's you. That's the first honest thing. I've watched you read my silence like it's a language you know, and you never used it against me. You just let it go. So I'm trying something different, I'm staying in the light, saying it before I lose it. On another quiet night, I'm scared, yeah, but not of you. I'm scared of wasting time like I used to do. So here's the first honest thing, I don't want this alone. I want your name in my mornings, I want a place that feels like home. I don't have a smooth way to say what I mean, but I want you, not the idea, the real, the in-between. If you're asking what I'm sure of, it's you. That's the first honest thing. No grand speech, no perfect timing, just me with my hands shaking and a truth that keeps rising. If you can meet me halfway, if you can stay a minute, I'll spend my life learning how to be in it. Here's the first honest thing. I don't want this alone. I want your laugh in my kitchen. I want your hand in my own. I don't have a smooth way to say what I mean, but I want you on the good days and the days in between. If you're asking what I'm sure of, it's you. That's the first honest thing. Say yes or say no. Just don't let me go back to pretending.
This place is barely ours yet. Keys and a borrowed view. A table that wobbles. 2 cups, 1 truth. Your shoes by the doorway. My jacket on the chair. We don't have much to show for it. Still I want you here. Let the city stay outside. Let it talk, let it rush. We've got a quiet kind of rich in the little things we touch. In this small room, we make a bigger life. From simple mornings and late night lights. No one's cheering for us, no perfect scene, just you and my t-shirt, laughing at nothing and me believing. If all we have is honest, then I'm in. 'Cause the future can start with where we've been. Fight about the dishes, then end up on the floor, saying sorry in whispers like we've said it before. You turn your face to mine, half asleep, half sure, and I feel something settle, like I finally found the cure. Not for pain, not for the world, just for the part of me that thought love had to be loud, to be real, to be seen. In this small room, we make a bigger life. From simple mornings and late night lights. No one's cheering for us, no perfect scene, just you and my t-shirt, laughing at nothing and me believing. If all we have is honest, then I'm in. 'Cause the future can start with where we've been. One day we'll have more space, maybe a different street, but I don't want the more if it costs what we keep. So when the day hold my hand under the table. We'll figure it out. In this small room, we make a bigger life. From simple mornings and late night lights. No one's cheering for us, still it's everything. Just you saying stay close, soft like a secret, and me listening. If all we have is honest, then I'm in. 'Cause the future can start with this kind of living. Leave the window open, let the street lights in. I don't need a mansion, I just need you to come home again. Come home again. Tearing down the old stadium this spring, piece by rusted piece, like peeling a scar to see what's underneath. I drove past at dusk, saw the floodlights already gone, just skeletons of steel reaching for a sky that forgot their names. Under the south bleachers, there's a slab of concrete no one bothered to jackhammer yet. Our initials are still there, carved the night we once stayed, drunk on adrenaline and stolen peach vodka. The letters have softened, rounded by weather and time, like the edges of a secret someone tried to gentle. I crouched down, ran my thumb across the groove. It still fits perfectly. Some things refuse to outgrow us. We carved our names under the bleachers, thinking forever was something you could etch in stone. Now the stone is leaving and the names stay, stubborn fossils in a place that won't exist next month. Funny how the most temporary nights leave the deepest cuts. I talk to the empty stands sometimes, tell them you got married last fall. Tell them I wore a tie I hated, and smiled in all the pictures the bleachers don't judge. They just creak like old men who've heard every heartbreak and still show up for the game. I brought a six-pack of the night before demolition started, sat on the 50-yard line and drank to the echo of sneakers on metal, to the way you used to climb down backwards so your skirt wouldn't fly up. I toasted the spot where we first said I love you loud enough for the marching band to hear. The grass has grown wild there now, dandelions pushing through the turf like they're trying to spell something we never finished saying. A security guard found me at 2 a.m. He didn't ask questions, just handed me a flashlight and looked the other way, while I chipped a small piece of concrete free. It sits in my glove box now, rough and worn from the engine, a relic no museum would want. We carved our names under the bleachers, and the wrecking ball is coming next week. I keep the fragment in my pocket when the city feels too loud. It weighs almost nothing and everything it wants. Some love stories end in marriage, ours ends in rubble and a handful of dust that still knows how to spell us. I won't be there the day they swing. I don't need to watch the sky fall twice, but I'll feel it, the small earthquake in my chest when the last sea collapses. And somewhere under the noise I'll hear you laughing, 17 and fearless, telling me the
except me. I'm not good with big lines, I won't dress this up. But I can slow the room down when life gets rough. I can listen for real, not rush to reply. Let your thoughts spill out, then dry. If your chest feels tight and you don't know why, come a little closer, we don't have to try. Let me be the place you land when you're tired of the day. Not a fix, not a lesson, just a steady kind of state. I'll leave the light on by the door, so you don't have to search for home anymore. If the world gets loud, I'll keep mine low. It's a promise I can keep, that's the one I know. I'll learn your quiet signs, the ones you never say. The way you look past me when your heart slips away. If you wake up breathing fast, say my name, that's enough. I'll meet you in the moment, soft, not tough. Let me be the place you land when you're tired of the day. Not a fix, not a lesson, just a steady kind of state. I'll leave the light on by the door, so you don't have to search for home anymore. If the world gets loud, I'll keep mine low. That's a promise I can keep, that's the one I know. I won't call it forever, I don't need that word. I just wanna show you love can be quiet, undisturbed. So when you're losing balance, I won't pull you tight. I'll hold out my hand and stand beside. Let me be the place you land when you're tired of the day. Not a fix, not a lesson, just a steady kind of stay. I'll leave the light on by the door, so you can walk in softly like before. If the world gets loud, I'll keep mine low. That's a promise I can keep, and I'll prove it slow. Just this, you can rest here. I know I'm not the easiest, I go quiet when it matters. I let the good days pass and trip on little fractures. I say I'm fine too quickly, like it's a shield I keep. And you're standing there, reading what I don't speak. You didn't chase, you didn't push, you didn't make it heavy. You just stayed close enough for me to come back steady. So thank you for staying when I wasn't easy to love, when I showed up late or not enough, for holding the room when my words ran out, for letting me learn what comfort's about. I don't have a perfect line to make it all feel right, just this, and I mean it. I see you, I'm here, I'll try. I'm learning to speak sooner before pride turns sharp, to name what I'm feeling without turning it dark. If I pull back again, don't blame your heart. Just tap the table softly, I'll come back to where you are. So thank you for staying when I wasn't easy to love, when I showed up late or not enough, for holding the room when my words ran out, for letting me learn what comfort's about. I don't have a perfect line to make it all feel right, just this, and I mean it. I see you, I'm here, I'll try. I'm not asking you to carry my weather, I'm saying I'll do the work, so we'll light it together. I'll stop making silence, do the talking for me. If something breaks in my hands, I'll fix it gently. I'll thank you for staying when I wasn't easy to love, when my fear got loud and I shut it up, for choosing the real over being right, for keeping your warmth on my coldest nights. I don't have a perfect line to pay you back in time, just this, and I mean it. I see you, I'm here, I'll try. If you let me, I'll spend my life proving it. I've loved you through 5 of your birthdays. You'll never know about the first, was the year you turned 22. I stood outside the bar on 2nd with a cupcake and a candle I never lit. Watched through fog glass while your friends sang off key, and you laughed with your head thrown back, like joy was something you could swallow whole. I ate the cupcake in my car, frosting on the steering wheel, sweet and guilty. I told myself I was just checking that you were okay. I was lying the way lungs lie when they pretend they don't need air. 5 birthdays and I never made a sound. 5 cakes I never brought. 5 wishes I swallowed instead of speaking. I became fluent and almost mastered the art of standing outside windows with my hands full of almost that turned into never. 5 birthdays and you still don't know. My heart learned to sing in a cappella in the key of your name. 24 was the rooftop in Brooklyn, string lights and someone else's arm around you. I watched from the street below, the silent extra in your movie. 25 you spent in Lisbon, photos of pastel buildings and your new crooked grin. I saved every story, then deleted the app, then re-downloaded it at 3 a.m. Like an addict who swears this is the last time. I started buying gifts
letters I never sent, a record you once mentioned, a scarf the color of your childhood bedroom, a book of poetry with the page dog-eared where the writer says love is a room you can visit but never live in. They're stacked in my closet now, a quiet museum of restraint. 5 birthdays and the candles kept burning without me. I got older in the dark, learned how silence grows teeth when you feed it long enough. 5 birthdays and I still set an alarm for the minute you were born. Watch the numbers flip and whisper the only prayer I know: be happy that never needs me. This year you'll be 27. I won't look, I'll put the phone face down, go for a walk, let the city swallow my footsteps. Maybe I'll finally throw the gifts away, or maybe I'll keep them the way monks keep relics of saints they never met, but somehow still believe in. 5 birthdays and the 6th is coming. I'm practicing letting the day pass without becoming a ghost at your window. I'm learning that love can be a one-man choir singing softly enough not to wake the person it's about. 5 birthdays and I think I'm finally ready to blow out the candle I've been carrying all these years alone. Happy birthday, wherever you are, the song is over. I'm turning the lights off for both of us this time.
Came back for the 10-year reunion, but really just to walk the hallway one more time. The fluorescent lights still hum the same tired hymn, tiles still cracked in the shape of that spilled Mountain Dew from junior year. Locker 24 is painted over now, fresh navy blue like nothing ever happened, but I can still see the dent your biology book left when you slammed it the day we fought about college. I pressed my palm to the metal. It's cold, you were always warm. No one else stops here. They're all taking selfies by the trophy case. I'm taking inventory of ghosts. Locker 204 you keep, the only version of me that still knew how to believe. I spin the combination out of muscle memory, and I've expected to click open on a folded note that says meet me after 7th period. I'm sorry, but the lock is new, and the boy who knew those numbers is a stranger wearing my face. Locker 204, you're a museum of almost, and I'm the only visitor who still pays admission in chest pain. They turned the band room into a yoga studio, the vending machine that ate my last dollar the night you kissed me now sells kombucha. Everything is cleaner, quieter, like the school itself went to therapy. I stand where your locker used to be and try to remember the exact shade of your eyes when the sunlight hit them through the window at 2:17 p.m. I can't. That's the first time I cry in public in 10 years. A kid walks by in AirPods, doesn't even glance at the man talking to a wall. I envy how easy disappearing is when you're still becoming. Locker 204, I left a piece of my lung in your vents, and I've been breathing shallow ever since. I thought growing up meant getting wiser. Turns out it just means getting better at pretending the hallways don't still smell like your coconut shampoo every first day of September. If I could open you one more time, I'd take back the mixtape and ticket stuff from our first concert, the Polaroid where we're both mid-laugh. And the future still looked like a promise. Instead of a punishment, I'd leave a note instead. Thank you for letting me be the best almost I ever had. Locker 204, they can repaint you 1,000 times, and I'll still see the heart I carved with a paper clip and too much hope. It's faded now, but outlines don't need color to cut. I walk away without looking back the way I couldn't the last day of senior year. This time I leave the combination broken so no one else ever has to learn it the hard way. 22/9/31. Click. Nothing good. Some doors were only meant to open once. Your morning's my midnight, 2 clocks, 1 thought. I hear your city waking while mine won't stop. I move through little habits like they're all I can keep. Your voice in my pocket, your name in my sleep. I don't measure distance, I measure the calm. I feel when you say you're okay, I'm home. We're not fading now, we're just out of reach. Same sky over you and me, same quiet gravity. When your screen lights up, my chest does too. No matter where the map puts us, I still find you. Hold on in the small ways, I'll hold on the same. We're not losing each other, we're just far not changed. I save you quick, miss you like it's something I can't hold. I replay your laughter when the apartment feels cold. I leave one side of the bed like it's a simple truth, not a superstition, just a room for you. We're not fading now, we're just out of reach. Same sky over you and me, same quiet gravity. When your screen lights up, my chest does too. No matter where the map puts us, I still find you. Hold on in the small ways, I'll hold on the same. We're not losing each other, we're just far not changed. Some nights it hits harder and I almost give in to to the idea that missing you means something's thin. But love is a noise, it doesn't need to prove. It shows up steady in what we choose to do. So I'll keep my voice soft when you're running low. I'll make the silence lighter till you're close. We're not fading now, we're just out of reach. Same sky over you and me, same quiet gravity. When your screen lights up my chest, us two. No matter where the map puts us, I still find you. Hold on in the small ways, I'll hold on the same. We're not losing each other, we're just far not changed. Look up tonight if you can, I'm there. Same sky. Rain hits the glass again, soft as a second thought. Your name on my screen, like a door left unlocked. You say hey, then nothing for a while, but I can hear the ache in the way you try to smile. I don't fill up the space, I don't rush you through. I just let the silence have its truth. Tell me one small thing, only what feels right. I'm not going anywhere, not tonight. If you can't carry it, don't. Just stay on the line. Let the rain keep moving, let the clock take its time. No bigger words, no perfect sign. If your hands are shaking, mine will be steady here. We don't have to fix it, we can make it through this minute, this breath, this quiet with you. Your voice is lower now, like you turned down the day, like you've been holding in more than you meant to say. You call it nothing, I won't make it a fight. I know how heavy nothing can feel at night. So talk in half sentences or don't talk at all. I'll stay close enough to catch you if you fall. If you can't carry it, don't. Just stay on the line. Let the rain keep moving, let the clock take its time. No bigger words, no perfect sign. If your hands are shaking, mine will be steady here. We don't have to fix it, we can make it through this minute, this breath, this quiet with you. I'm not asking for a story, I'm not asking who to blame. Some nights just hurt, and you don't need a name. So let it come in waves, I won't turn away. I'll be the calm you borrow until it fades. If you can't carry it, don't. Just stay on the line. Let the rain keep moving, let the dark be kind. No big promise, just a simple light. If you lose your footing, lean on my voice, hold near. We don't have to fix it, we can make it through this minute, this breath. I'm here with you. When you're ready, We were 17 and reckless with forever, passing notes in the margins of textbooks we'd never open again. You wore my Letterman jacket like it was armor against a world that hadn't learned how to hurt us yet. Fridays tasted like stadium lights and cheap cherry lip balm. Your laugh rising over the marching band like a kite no one dared pull down. I still hear it when the wind moves through empty bleachers in October. I thought growing up meant getting taller, not growing apart. Senior year keeps playing on a loop inside my chest. Grainy footage of a film that ended too soon. We were kings of a kingdom made of lockers and late passes, thinking the credits would never roll. Now I'm 25 and invisible in the same hallways that once echoed our names. Senior year, you were the only future I bothered to imagine. Turns out some stories peak before the characters learn how to speak in past tense. I drove back last homecoming, parked under the same flickering scoreboard. The field's smaller now, grass worn thin. Where we used to lie counting stars we swore we'd name after each other. They tore down the old science wing, built a new wing with windows that don't open. Funny, everything changed except the ache that still fits perfectly in my rib cage, like it was custom made in 2017. I found our yearbook in my mother's attic. Your photo smile back at me with teeth I used to trace with my thumb, when we thought time was something we could waste. Senior year, you're married now, 2 kids and a dog in Ohio. I saw the pictures, couldn't stop myself. You still tilt your head the same way you did when the camera caught you off guard. I wonder if you ever drive past the school and feel 17, slam into you like a song you forgot you knew by heart. Or if you just keep driving, radio low, windows up, safe from ghosts that only haunt one of us. I don't want you back, I want the version of me who believed the world would stay that gentle. I want the boy who thought love was a yearbook signature and a promise ring from a mall kiosk. I wanna tell him, enjoy the last bell, enjoy the slow dance, enjoy thinking this feeling will never run out. Because one day you'll be 25, holding a paper cup of bad coffee, watching teenagers spill out of the same doors, and you'll understand why some heartbreaks don't make a sound. Smiling through it. Senior year, thank you for being mercilessly beautiful. Thank you for teaching me that some summers end in September and some people stay 17. No matter how many calendars you burn, I still keep your jacket in the back of my closet. It doesn't fit anymore, but I can't bring myself to give it away. Some ruins are sacred. We were 17 and the world was wide open. I'm 25 and learning how to close the door without slamming it. The memories that still sleep in the pocket of an old Letterman jacket.
Boulevards asleep, but the signs still burn. Pink and bleeding into the wet asphalt turn. I roll the windows down just to feel something cold, 'cause the air in here still carries you 3 months old. Palm trees sway like they're trying to wave goodbye. I passed the diner where we split the last fries. The waitress probably thinks I'm insane. Same booze, same black coffee, same quiet pain. Every song on the radio knows your name. They play it softer when the night feels too loud. I mouth the words I never got to say, while the city pretends it's not watching me drown. It's 3 a.m. on Sunset, and I still take the long way home, just to feel a little less alone. The streetlights blur like watercolors left in the rain. Every mile is a maybe you're still awake. I'm chasing taillights that look like your eyes, talking to the dark like it might reply. 3 a.m. on Sunset, the hour that never lies. I'm still in love with you, and the city knows why. There's the rooftop where we watch the 4th of July. You wore my hoodie, I wore your sky. We said forever tasted like cheap champagne. Now forever's just this loop I can't break. The Hollywood sun stares down like a ghost, laughing at promises we believe the most. I laugh back sometimes, cracked and hollow. Sounds like a man who forgot how to swallow. The dashboard clock blinks like it's counting heartbeats I lost. I turn the music up so the silence can't talk. It's 3 a.m. on Sunset, and I still take the long way home, just to stretch the night a little more. The skyline's holding its breath with me, waiting for a text that'll never come. I'm tracing the cracks in the windshield glass like they're maps back to the nights that didn't last. 3 a.m. on Sunset, where the lonely come to confess I'm still in love with you. And tomorrow I'll pretend I'm past this. One day these streets won't feel like a bruise. One day the dawn won't taste like you. But tonight the moon's wearing your perfume, and I'm too weak to drive anywhere new. It's 3 a.m. on Sunset, and I finally take the turn toward a house that learned to sleep without you. The engine quiets, the lights go dim. I sit in the driveway, breathing you out, breathing me in. 3 a.m. on Sunset, thank you for the aid. I think I needed one last slow dance with the ghost we made. Good night, Los Angeles. Good night, oh.
I'll see you both when the sun comes back to bleed. We still set a chair at the table, the one with the wobble you always fixed with a folded coaster. Mom puts the plate down gently, like she's afraid the porcelain will bruise. Nobody sits there, the napkin stays folded, the glass stays empty, but the space is occupied by the shape of you. We all learn to walk around without touching. Dad says grace a little longer now, as if extra words might stretch across the miles and find you still breathing. There's a chair at the table that no one sits in anymore. It holds the light differently, catches the sun in a way the others don't, like it's trying to keep your outline warm. We pass the potatoes clockwise and pretend the circle isn't broken. A chair at the table with your name carved underneath an 8-year-old handwriting. No one has the heart to sand away. Thanksgiving smells the same, cinnamon and sage and something burning quietly. Your niece asks why Aunt Lena's seat is empty, and we say she's eating with the angels tonight. She's not satisfied, takes an extra roll for you anyway, and sets it on the plate like an offering to a God who stopped answering. Watch the butter melt untouched and think about how grief is just love with nowhere left to go. Mom still cooks for 5, then wraps the leftovers in foil swans, the way you taught her. There's a chair at the table that creaks when the heat comes on, as if it remembers your weight and refuses to forget. We talk around it, over it, never to it, but every story still bends toward the empty space, like flowers toward a window that hasn't opened in 3 years. Sometimes late, I pull the chair out and sit opposite me, just to see what conversation looks like. When one side doesn't answer, I tell you about the new job, the dog, how mom's hair went white overnight. The silence listens better than most people ever did. There's a chair at the table, and one day we'll stop setting the plate. Maybe next Christmas, maybe never. Until then it keeps its vigil quiet, stubborn. A wooden lighthouse on a shore where you never came home. We eat around the missing the way planets orbit. The star that burned out, but still pulls everything into its old perfect circle. Save me a seat wherever you are. I'll be the one still passing the salt to the empty air beside me. 'cause your side is still yours. The sheets there stay smooth, a frozen lake no one dares skate across. Some nights I reach out just to measure the cold, palm hovering an inch above the fabric, like checking if a flame has really gone out. It has, it always has. But the shape of you lingers, the way moonlight lingers on snow, long after the moon is gone. I bought new pillows and threw them away the same week. They didn't know how to hold my head the way your absence does. Your side of the bed is the most honest place in the apartment. It doesn't pretend morning is coming. It doesn't flinch when I cry into my own shoulder. I keep the window cracked on your half so the breeze can move the curtain the way your breathing used to. Your side of the bed. Is a museum after closing time. Everything perfectly preserved, nothing allowed to touch. I pay rent for two and live alone. There's still one of your hairs curled on the pillowcase like a question mark. I haven't washed it in 14 months. I tell myself it's laziness, we both know better. Sometimes I lie on your side just to feel what small feels like. The mattress sighs, relieved to be useful again, then remembers and goes quiet. The alarm clock still blinks 3:12 because you died at 3:12, and I never learned how to reset time after it broke. Your side of the bed is where I go to practice missing you out loud. I whisper conversations we'll never finish into the dark that smells faintly of the cedar candle you loved and I hate it less. Now your side of the bed has become a shoreline, and I'm the tide coming back every night to leave something behind. Whatever pieces of me haven't washed away yet. One morning I'll wake up in the middle, and it won't feel like treason. One morning the sheets will be warm on both sides because I finally rolled over in my sleep and forgave myself for needing all the space to hold what's left of you. Your side of the bed is getting softer. The cold isn't sharp anymore, it's just familiar. I don't reach across as often. When I do, my hand lands on tomorrow instead of yesterday. Your side of the bed will always be yours, but tonight I'm gonna let the blanket stretch all the way to the edge and pretend the extra warmth is you finally coming home in a different way. Good night, love. I'll see you on my side when I'm ready. I was crossing 7th when I saw you first. You're back to me, hair a little longer now. He reached across the table, thumb brushing your knuckles the exact way I used to. Slow, like he was reading Braille, only he could feel. You tilted into the touch, the way flowers lean toward light. They never asked permission to need. I stopped mid-step. The crosswalk countdown kept going without me. I wonder if he knows that same hand once traced stay across my spine. In the dark, when words were too heavy, your hand in someone else's fits like it was always meant to be there. I taught you how to hold the spaces between fingers, how to lock them without thinking. And now he gets the quiet click of home I spent years building. Your hand in someone else's looks peaceful, and peace looks lethal on you. You laugh at small surprise, the sound I used to keep in a jar by the bed. For nights the world felt too sharp. He caught it midair, tucked it in his pocket like it belonged to him all along. I stood there holding groceries going warm, milk sweating through the bag, realizing something spoil faster when you're forced to watch them belong to someone new. I almost called your name, it died in my throat, turned into the shape of his instead. Your hand in someone else doesn't shake anymore. Mine still remembers the tremor of every time you almost left. I spent so long being the anchor, I forgot you might one day wanna float. I hope he never learned how easily that hand can turn cold when it decides it's finished holding. I hope he never has to measure distance in the length of 5 empty fingers. I hope he keeps it warm the way I couldn't. Your hand in someone else's looks smaller than I remember. Or maybe the world just got bigger once I stopped being the center of it. I taught you how to love with your whole palm open. Thank you for using the lesson on someone who deserves it. Oh, your hand in someone else's is the most honest goodbye you never had to say. I kept walking, the milk survived, so did I. Barely. I used to live in motion, like silence was a threat, filling up the hours so I wouldn't feel the rest. I kept love in a hurry, half said, half done, always chasing later till the moment was gone. Then you looked at me calmly, like time wasn't a fight, and I felt my chest unclench for the first time in my life. So let's slow down, slow enough to stay, to hear what we mean before we walk away. No rushing to the ending, no proving we're okay. Just hands in the kitchen and a softer kind of brave. If love is a language, I'm learning it now. Not louder, not faster, just honest, just slow down. I'm learning to listen without fixing the pain, to let your tears be simple like rain without a name. I'm learning my own edges when my fear likes to hide, and how to tell the truth without turning it into pride. If we get lost in the noise, we can come back again to the quiet between us, where it's always been. So let's slow down, slow enough to stay, to hear what we mean before we walk away. No rushing to the end and no proving we're okay. Just hands in the kitchen and a softer kind of brave. If love is a language, I'm learning it now. Not louder, not faster, just honest, just slow down. I don't want fireworks if they burn out quick. Give me the steady light that doesn't need a trick. Teach me your patience, I'll bring mine too. We'll build something lasting in the small things we do. So let's slow down, slow enough to stay, to choose each other daily in the simplest ways. No rushing to the end and no proving we're okay. Just you against my shoulder and the world a little away. If love is a language, I'm learning it now. Not louder, not faster, just honest, just slow down. Stay here a second, let the day pass by. I don't need more time, I just need this time. Streetlights bleed into the puddles like forgotten ink on a page we left blank. I grip the wheel a little tighter, tracing the curve of your shadow in the dark. The radio hums a static lullaby, whispers of songs we danced to once. Now they're just echoes in this empty car, fading like headlights in the fog. Every corner turns into yesterday, pulling me back to the warmth we lost. I should turn around, find my way home, but these roads know your name too well. I'm driving through the neon rain, chasing ghosts in every lane. The city's crying for what we had, washing away the plans we made. Your voice lingers on the dashboard light, a flicker in the dead of night. Neon rain falls so slow, drowning out the letting go. Billboards flicker like old film reels, scenes of us laughing under clearer skies. The wipers sweep away the blurred lines, but they can't erase the ache inside. I Past the bridge where we watched the dawn. Now it's just a silhouette against the storm. The engine hums a quiet confession of all the miles I can't outrun. Every red light stops me in my tracks, reminding me of pauses we never took. I could pull over, let the silence win, but your memory rides shotgun still. I'm driving through the neon rain, chasing ghosts in every lane. The city's crying for what we had, washing away the plans we made. Your voice lingers on the dashboard light, a flicker in the dead of night. Neon rain falls so slow, drowning out the letting go. Maybe one day these streets will forget the way we wandered hand in hand. But tonight the rain's a gentle thief, stealing breaths from what remains. I close my eyes at the empty stop, and for a second you're here again. A soft illusion in the downpour, slipping through my fingers like sand. I'm driving through the neon rain, chasing ghosts in every lane. Neon rain, it lets me know we're just a story in the glow, drowning out the letting go. You don't have to be okay just to be near. You don't have to make it pretty for me to hear. Your eyes are doing all the talking while your mouth stays still, like you're trying not to fall apart by force of will. So come closer, no apology, no, I'm fine tonight. Let me hold what you can't hold, let it be light. I'm here with you in the hard part, in the hour when it gets dark. No fixing, no pushing through, just breathing slow beside you. If all you have is I can't, that's enough. I'll be the calm when it hurts too much. I'm here with you. I know the way you disappear when you feel too seen, how you fold your sadness up like it's something clean. You've carried it politely, like it won't leave a mark, but I can feel it shaking under every word you park. You don't need a reason to need some care. Say my name once, I'm already there. I'm here with you in the hard part, in the hour when it gets dark. No fixing, no pushing through, just breathing slow beside you. If all you have is I can't, that's enough. I'll be the calm when it hurts too much. I'm here with you. Let the tears come quiet, let them pass like rain. I won't ask you to be strong, I won't call it a shame. We can sit in the silence till it loosens its grip. You don't have to do it alone, not like this. I'm here with you in the hard part. heart in the hour. When it gets dark, no fixing, no pushing through, just breathing slow beside you. If all you have is I can't, that's enough. I'll be the calm when it hurts too much. I'm here with you. Look at me just once. You're not alone. You're safe right here. You leave me on red at 11:11 every single night without fail. 3 gray ticks glow like tiny moons. I keep wishing on knowing they won't fall. I type paragraphs that shrink to single words, then delete them all before they land. The keyboard becomes a confessional where sins dissolve in a backspace and seen the cruelest 4-letter word in any language I've ever learned. Red receipts are the new ghosting, soft blue torture in a paper-thin screen. You let me know you were there, then vanish like breath on winter glass. I count the minutes between your thumbs and my heartbeat, finding new ways to lose. Red receipts, you leave the door open just wide enough for the cold to walk in and sit on my chest until morning. Last week you replied with a single heart, red and pulsing for half a second before it turned to smoke. I stared at it so long, the color bled into my dreams. Now I send you songs at 2 a.m. Little bottles with no message inside, just the sound of me trying not to drown you. Open every one and never throw a rope. I wonder if you keep the notifications on just to watch me orbit like a moth that learned fire is safer than the dark. Red receipts of mercy dressed as cruelty, a hand that waves instead of reaching. I refresh the chat until the way gamblers pull levers, hoping this time the silence pays out. You're asleep 3 miles away with your phone face down, and I'm wide awake learning the exact weight of being seen and still invisible. One day I'll turn them off, I'll stop believing breadcrumbs for a trail you never follow. I'll let the messages sit undelivered like letters returned to sender, because the house burned down and no one told the mailman. Until then I keep making wishes at 11:11 on 3 gray moons that never fall. Red receipts, thank you for teaching me how loud quiet can be. I finally understand why lighthouses don't chase ships. They just blink and blink and blink until the storm decides whether to come home or keep sailing. I'm turning the light off tonight. If you ever look up and notice the dark, you'll know where to find me. Delivered, seen, gone. Delivered.